This is my brother's 59er that was designed by the same guy that designed the trimaran you've seen on this channel recently, Frank Bethwaite. It's a great boat and we normally try and sail it together at least once a season. This year we've even come up with a fitting name from the old British TV show The Big Night that was cancelled after just 13 episodes in 1999. You can try and figure out which brother's which. Right, back at Sail Mordi. This is my brother's 59er. Haven't sailed it since this regatta last year. 4 races today, really good fleet, a lot of top sailors in it from different classes. We're running late, so we better get out there and see if we can remember how to sail this thing. Okay, so we're under postponement while this breeze settles down. It was in the left a bit, and then as you can see, it's sort of pulsing down the beach here, and it swung around to the right. So that's going to be our top mark, the yellow one. And then it's just 2 windward lewards and the rescue boat setting the course for the solid boats like the Opties and stuff. So yeah, we're just going to have to try and get off this start line and get right as quick as we can if it stays like this. 1. Ready to jibe? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. So those that have been watching the channel for a while will remember that I tried to port tack this start exactly 1 year ago at the same regatta in the same boat. Obviously it was a bit of a high risk strategy going into the first race of a regatta, but like I said, I wanted to really go right and hit that beach side, so I thought it was worth a shot because sometimes you can get lucky in the first race of a regatta and get through. Obviously this year it wasn't to be. It was a pretty good fleet. I think that Musto skiff there that we're about to go past actually won like the Contender Worlds not too long ago, and then that B14 I think is second in the world at the moment. So that's pretty cool that you can just rock up to a regatta like this and there's multiple like world-class people to compete against. I don't think that happens in many other sports. So we did manage to go up the side of the course we wanted where the breeze was, but as you can see we got smoked by the B14 and the other Musto skiff, who was also a previous national champion. We were basically sailing in the wrong mode here. We should have had Jacob up in front of the stays to get the bow in, which we figured out a bit later on. And that did make, a big difference. But yeah, being big and sailing the boat incorrectly because we hadn't sailed it for like a year, definitely made this first beat pretty hard work. So in my head, this next bit was just going to be like you see on Instagram with the 49er Olympians, where the skipper runs in, runs across the boat, throws the boom, hooks up straight on the wire as the kite kind of hits the top and sets. Obviously our boat handling is not quite there, so it was a bit ambitious, but we did get to go back down that favoured side of the course along the beach. Yeah, above him. Attacking below him. Above the good impulse. Boat down there. Up, 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 up. Tilt down. Above both. Below B14. Yep. Back up. Oh yeah, that was intense. That caught us out. Can't see. Yep. Yep, we're good. Sit in. So obviously the downside to hitting the beach that hard in this much traffic on such a short little course, I think there was 73 boats out this day, is that you've got a fair bit of stuff to dodge coming back into the bottom mark. But it did seem to pay off because out to sea there just wasn't that much breeze. And then I think we picked up this 29er with the pink kite doing that. And a bit of a fun fact, for me at least, was I think the crew on this boat, he actually coached me at the Cadet Nationals when I was like 10. And now I get to race against him when I'm like 31 or however old I am. So yeah, it just shows like with sailing, you're sort of always running into the same people that are in totally different situations than you initially expected. hard to see. So this was getting ready for the start of race 2, a minute to go. We thought rack up under the second best P14 in the world, because that seems like a good idea. But then I really wanted the pin, and there was a 505 down there, which is my friend Steve. That boat of his is a rocket ship. I think it came from America, and it might have won a Worlds. Either way, it's a great boat. I've sailed it once. It's just so fast. So unfortunately, by going under Steve to try and win the pin, I got a bit too far down to accelerate properly, and yeah, then that 29er just smoked everyone. So yeah, definitely should have tried to be a bit further up the line this time. Yeah, we got a bit low there. So the rest of race 2 was pretty much the same as race 1. So here we're going to skip through to the start of race 3, just to yeah, speed through things and try and make a video that's worth watching. Here we were just trying to go, I think, kind of mid-line, because we could see the breeze was out to the left there on the horizon. We then, yeah, we're probably a little bit late, but we were able to kind of poke it up a bit earlier than everyone else, because there was still some time remaining, and we got ourselves a lane. But it does take a while to get a quarter of a ton of crew weight, or a little bit less these days, but yeah, a quarter of a ton moving in 3 knots of breeze is a tricky thing to do with the world's flattest sails. So we pushed our way left, but didn't go far enough left because we got rolled by all the 29ers, and they kept going further, and as you can see, they smashed us. But then on the second beat, we got this nice right-hander and about 15 knots of breeze, and yeah, made up some ground. And then that was pretty much that race. By now, all the batteries were going flat in the cameras, so all we had left was yeah, the little GoPro on the boom that I had sort of pointing a bit too far towards the floor. But we did have a better start in race 4. Again, it was that kind of up and down breeze. I think we did pick up another bit of right-hander off the beach. I stuffed up a jibe where we just didn't have the crew weight in the right spot and tipped over, but we clawed our way back and yeah, had a decent finish there. Sunday at Sail Mordi. Very interesting forecast. Big westerly change forecast to come through later this afternoon with severe thunderstorms and squalls to 50 knots. So we've got this kind of really weird little kind of 10 knot breeze at the moment, but really interesting clouds up there, and rapidly building breeze out the back of the airport and stuff. So we'll see how many races we get in and how crazy it gets. We'll try and not go flat on the camera today, so I'll turn it off and come back when the race starts. So unfortunately we tore the kite when we were dropping it just after that shot was taken. So we ran in and thought it was a better choice to try and fix the kite instead of race 4 races with it, with a big tear in it. Unfortunately, because the kite was damp and we had old sticky back, it didn't stick very well. But yeah, don't copy what I did there. You're meant to round off the edges instead of having kind of sharp points on your sticky back. But as you can see, we're in a real rush. So then we headed back out, but we definitely missed the start of our race, as you can see there, the rest of the fleet going back upwind. In hindsight, if we knew that the breeze was going to go mental and they were only going to get 2 races in, we would have just left it, because in the end the tape ended up coming off anyway, and we probably cost ourselves a much better result overall by missing this race. While we're just sailing out to the start here, I just wanted to say a massive thanks to everyone that came up and mentioned the videos on the weekend. It's yeah, pretty crazy when you're sort of sitting here in your room by yourself making sailing videos and sanding boats every night, to think there's almost 1,000 people that like watching these. So yeah, thanks to everyone that came up and talked about it. It yeah, certainly means the world. So here we're just yeah, racking up for the start of the second race of the day, our first race. As you can see, the breeze has got some big puffs coming down the course already, particularly on that right hand side. Here I just basically stuffed it up again due to not sailing this boat for a year and not having all the timings kind of sorted. So I think we decided to take off at about 9 seconds to go, and just accelerated quicker than we thought, and ended up having to dip 2 boats here and just putting ourselves in gas. And these 29er kids are pretty good, and they'll yeah, make you pay if you stuff something up, that's for sure. Hang on please. Crack your jib just a smidge. Yep. 1, here we go. Gotta watch that jib. Ease it. Wait for the lock. Okay, ready? So So as this breeze got up above sort of 18, we found that we'd sort of hit a point where we were struggling again, but we were overpowered. So I'm sure if you sail these all the time or ever got really into it, you'd figure out what the rig settings are to make it work. But the boats with the trapeze, as you can see, you could just put the bow down and just go. And yeah, we had to hike so hard just to get like 80% of the power that you need, but they can obviously get like 95% with just hanging there on the wire. So yeah, tricky boat, the 59er, when it gets like this, even when you're our size. Yeah, we could have probably let the jib car down the track a bit, but yeah, we just needed more time in the boat, really. Three, two, one, go. Yep. Ease. Big ease. Big ease. Jib off wouldn't hurt.
We're just going wide, aren't we?
Yeah. Hey. Yep, get ready. Probably safety jibe this one, okay? Where you crank it on. Yep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice.
Easy.
Yep.
Good way.
Wow, Steve just had a huge crash. This bit was just awesome. I'm not even going to say anything, just enjoy this. This was the highlight of the whole regatta for me. And a half.
Gonna have to drop.
Yeah, a bit further. Ease again.
Let's go.
Yep. So in my head I was picturing this bit would be like on 18 footers TV where they're on the southerly course and then they hit that mark up near sort of Manly and they've got to get the kite off and it kind of just comes down, wraps around the forestay, then they head up and the boat takes off on like a 2-sail reach and comes up to the mark. But unfortunately our forestay plastic broke and then the kite kind of got stuck in this like little swage that is for the again for the boat breaker. So definitely not our best drop, but we did survive. It was a bit chaotic down there, but yeah, not ideal and not what I was picturing in my head. So as you can see here, the jib is definitely sort of too full and too far inboard on the track. So I think we would have been better off to lower the jib sheet down the clew board a bit to flatten off the foot and get a bit more twist in the top of the jib so it doesn't sort of overpower us exactly like that. And I also would have liked to have raised a bit more centerboard. I think we did try, but it sort of fell back down. But that would have made the boat, yeah, a bit less trippy and maybe more likely to go forward as this breeze sort of rapidly built from here. Here we go. You sort out those kite sheets? And they went in. Ease jib.
Should have had second breakfast.
Yeah. Another gust. 2, 1. Yeah. Ease jib. Big gust, big gust. Okay, you good? Ease jib. Okay, go. Nice, keep going. Oh, spreaders. No, around the spreaders. Keep pulling, pull. Come on. Still up. Just drop it. Try to get it off the spreaders once it's down. Okay. So I think we need to add like a low friction ring above the hounds on some shock cord, like most boats with the sort of upper spreaders have, because yeah, that would prevent this happening, because we probably lost like the most exciting kite run of the whole year, since we only sail this boat at one regatta a year, just because the halyard was completely wrapped around the upper spreaders. But probably in hindsight it wasn't a bad thing, because we didn't actually lose any places and we still won this race on handicap just by surviving. So yeah, disappointing, because I really wanted to go downwind with the kite up, but probably a good thing, because it meant we got down to the bottom safely. Ease jib. Up. Yeah. Okay, you ready to round up? Four, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Footing, don't pull the jib on. Okay. Okay. 1, here we go. Okay, I've got to bear away. Ease jib. Nice. Right. Thank you. You finish that one, we'll save the other one. So we pretty much just finished that race in time. As you can see, the breeze started to go absolutely mental about now. I think they saw 33 knots at Faulkner Beacon on that graph, and then Sandringham Yacht Club, which is just up the beach a bit, had 36. I think we just got in before it got really properly insane, but yeah, even at our size we were struggling a bit here, as you can see. So here Jacob's just messing around with a few things coming up, and we've got a bit much jib on, and I'm probably not looking at the puffs coming, and we hit this next big one. And this boat tends to bite you, like once it heels over there's not a lot of flotation in the side of the hull there, and yeah, it just sort of sinks into the ocean and suddenly you're yeah, upside down. So yeah, got it back up, and off we went again. So here we decided, instead of trying to tack right up to where the yacht club is, we're better off just getting to the beach, sort of about 15 houses down, and getting the sails down, and then we can just walk the hull up, because although it looks kind of tame there was still some absolutely mental gusts coming down. So this was about an hour or so later. You can see the clouds on the horizon where the westerly change is starting to kind of push across. Still incredibly windy, windsurf is flying down the beach. The guys on the rescue boat and the race committee did such a good job to get everyone back, because there were boats out there upside down and without sails, and I think there was about 5 of them that took a while to get back. Eventually we all made it back and went and sat under a 12 square metre heavyweight Sharpie that was built for the 1956 Melbourne Olympics, and we had probably the best dim sims in sailing. I can't think of another yacht club that does it this good. I think they were about $2.50 for 3, so we got 6, and just brilliant. Like, yeah, can't rate it high enough. And then somehow we came 3rd overall in our division after all that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and send it to any friends that might be interested, and I'll be back soon with another update on the $100 moth project.